Welcome back. I'm Choi Gyu-yeon, and we start off with our top stories. Seoul and Washington eventually failed to reach an agreement on defense cost sharing within this year. After the fifth round of talks held in Seoul, U.S. top negotiator James DeHart held a press conference where he disclosed a breakdown of the $5 billion costs demanded by Washington for the first time.
The fifth round of negotiations on defense cost sharing between South Korea and the United States ended with no result. South Korea's Minister of Foreign Affairs said that despite their differences, the two sides are working toward mutual understanding. Seoul and Washington have held 5 rounds of talks so far, but failed to narrow their differences. After the talks, U.S. top negotiator James DeHart held a press conference to disclose for the first time the breakdown of the defense costs. He pointed out that a very important item such as rotational deployment was missing in the list of defense costs.
It includes all of the rotations of our military personnel to the peninsula and those temporary deployments.
The U.S. official said Washington is pursuing fair and equal cost sharing not only in Korea but around the world, and insinuated that Korea must pay more. However, he added that this requires consent from the Korean public and parliament.
What we want is an agreement that will be supported by the National Assembly, and also an agreement that will be welcomed and supported by the people of the Republic of.
James DeHart said the amount of defense costs demanded by Washington could be modified. He also stressed that the contract period of the Special Measures Agreement should be extended from the current 1 year. The next round of talks is slated for January in the U.S. If the two sides fail to reach an agreement by next March, the U.S. forces stationed in Korea will consider having the Korean staff take a 30-day unpaid leave and even reducing their workforce.